Hi, it's November 21st, 2007, and it's Rob Bryanton here from Imagining the 10th Dimension here in the chat window. Just before we start here, I'll give my little preamble that we usually do. If you're watching this at 10thdimension.com/chat, you'll see me up in the top left. The show you're watching right now actually is a pre-recorded show, but the text that's rolling underneath, assuming things are working correctly, is actually stuff that people are typing into the chat window so people can comment to each other as the shows are going by. Also, this is a Meebo room that part of the chat is coming from, so there is over to the right a bunch of links and thumbnails that you can click on to watch URLs and videos that have been posted by people who have previously been in the room. It keeps a record of about 16 or 18 of them, and so anybody who wants to post something that they think is interesting and hopefully relevant to the discussion, but we're pretty free ranging here, so that does cover an awful lot of ground. If you want to just type a URL into this chat window, it will become part of the thumbnails over to the right, and so we do keep track of the stuff that people say into that chat room, and do try to respond to it. I admit I've been a little bit lax in that in the last week or so, been busy with other parts of the project, but we will be cleaning that up and making sure to acknowledge some of the things that people have been saying into that window. Actually, just before I started recording this show, I saw somebody had said, I don't know about all these songs, and I guess that's a background that people need to know about what's happening with this project. Is it actually started out as a set of songs that I'd written about the nature of reality that involved a 10-dimensional way of thinking about the nature of reality. And as I was showing people the songs, it became apparent that I was going to have to create a little booklet that explained the ideas behind it. That booklet ended up becoming the popular book Imagining the 10th Dimension, which is associated with this website, and this website's now surprisingly popular. It's a meme that is sweeping the world, to use the terminology we're often talking about here. 2 million hits a month right now, and just seems like people really like talking about the nature of reality and how that relates to philosophy and the other metaphysical and scientific tangents that you can get into from this way of thinking. So today we're actually trying to duplicate a show that we recorded yesterday, and unfortunately there was a problem with the audio that meant the show can't be broadcast. So yesterday was kind of fun because we started the show with my dog buddy, Bichon. He's 105 years old right now, and he's almost 16. Which means, he's getting on in age. He's actually completely deaf, and the vet says he's mostly blind, but he's still got that joie de vivre that everybody loves to see. Maybe, Jason, if you can... okay, we got that up on the video. One of the descriptions I've made of life that can be general enough to fit with this way of thinking is life is any process that's interested in what happens next. And when we look at somebody like Buddy, who has an interest in what's going to happen next from the moment he gets up to the moment he lays down for his nap to the moment he gets up again, and just through the day, there's always a certain joy in his approach to life that I think a lot of us could take some lessons from. Buddy's got his problems, but he's still in there, and we're giving him the medications to keep him happy and reasonably pain-free, even though he's kind of limping from the arthritis in his legs and that kind of stuff. He's still having a pretty good time, loves to go for his walks every day. One thing that came up while I was at the vet yesterday that I hadn't heard before is something has happened with grapes, where grapes can no longer be fed to dogs, and we don't know whether something has changed, if there's a new mutation in the dog genome that has made them somehow now unable to eat grapes, and before they could. There's lots of dogs out there that still appear to not be affected by it, but if you have a dog that is sensitive to whatever has changed here, it can be fatal. And my vet had just been at a conference on toxicology, and there are laboratory retrievers that have died from eating as few as 5 grapes. So it could be something that they're using in the fertilizer or in some kind of preservative or some kind of pesticide. Could be that some experiment has happened in genetically modified grapes that are now in the food stream that weren't before. And I'm not trying to push the GMO panic button here, but who knows what exactly has changed. But I just thought that was so weird because, Buddy, when he was a puppy, he ate grapes all the time. He loved grapes, and I wouldn't give him a grape now because even if I did, he wouldn't eat it. He's not interested in that stuff at this point. But it's just weird to think about how reality can shift like that. Anyway, let's move on to one of the blog entries that I posted recently, and this one is called "Tens, Google, and the Expanding Universe." And some of these blog entries are like braided knots that are made up of 2 or 3 or 4 strings that are all kind of braided together. And so this one takes the idea of tens, of groupings of 10. How Google is tracking the meme space that we're living in right now, and the expanding universe, and tries to fit all those ideas together in a creative way. So I'm just going to read that blog entry to you now, and then we'll talk a little bit about some of the ramifications from that. Are we approaching some sort of global shift in consciousness? And could that be triggered from higher dimensions? 2008 will be the 10th anniversary of the surprising announcement that the expansion of our universe is accelerating. An idea that seems counterintuitive. If our universe started from high energy, high order, the Big Bang, and is moving towards low energy, low order, maximum entropy, that implies the image of a clockwork toy that is winding down, and that image does not fit with a universe of accelerating expansion. This month's Scientific American features a great article about brains. That's BRANES, not brains in your head, and how the accelerating expansion of the universe may be proof of the existence of higher dimensions. The article by Cliff Burgess and Fernando Quevedo is called The Great Cosmic Roller Coaster Ride. Please check it out. 2008 is also the 10th anniversary of Google, the search engine that has changed the way we interact with information more than any other invention in the history of mankind. Don't be evil is their unofficial motto, and that's a great one. The power of Google to inform and guide the general public's impression of what ideas are important and what ideas are popular is immense, and the ongoing war from get-rich-quick scammers and spammers who try to manipulate Google's search results for their own profit is a huge part of that story. The imagining the 10th dimension way of visualizing reality can be used to tie all these ideas together. Information equals reality has been the prime focus of my blog entries in the last few weeks. This basic idea from quantum physics shows us how everything fits together, and the desire to find a unity within a diverse range of ideas is what this project is all about. If information equals reality, then absolutely everything about our reality can be thought of as patterns and shapes in the information that is the underlying fabric of quantum indeterminacy. Subatomic particles, fractals, life, consciousness, and our observed universe are all patterns that result from the flipbook of third-dimensional nows that we are stringing together from one frame of Planck time after another.